Hi guys, and welcome back to the Naio Nails channel. Today we're doing a little bit of something new because you won't recognise me. I'm usually behind the camera or editing the videos, but I've been doing my own nails for quite a long time now, and some of my colleagues thought it might be interesting for us to do a video of me doing my nails and showing you that our products are actually really user-friendly. So I hope you enjoy the video. Give it a like if you do like it, because then we might do some more of these in the future. So I've already prepped my nails last night, ready for today. So I'm not going to show you any of that and bore you with that. But I also did a couple of little testers just to see what some little ideas would look like. So this one I've used the cat eyes polish for the gems, and it's a bit bolder. And then this one I've used the seashells that we sell, the crushed seashells, and they look really pretty. So I'm going to do a mixture of that today. So first off, I'm going to use our base coat. Then I'm just going to go in with Fancy Free in our builder in a bottle, just for a little bit of extra strength because it's my natural nails and not acrylics. Next, I'm going to go in with Serious Black for my base coat. I'm probably going to do 2 coats of this just to make sure it's totally opaque. Just going in with another coat of Serious Black. And we're going to be using our top coat now just to seal in the black before I put some Chrome Pigment on. So now we're going to use this Mirror Chrome Pigment, which is just like a silver metal, which is what we're going for. So I find when you're using the mirror pigments, the best way to get a high shine is to just really buff it in. Use plenty of product and really buff it in. And you'll get that super shiny metal effect. So I'm just going to wipe off some of the excess with one of our lint-free wipes. And then I'm just going to get as much of this off as possible because I don't want it going gritty in the top coat. I'm just going to use some top coat to seal in the chrome for now, but because I don't want any chance of any of the bits of pigment getting in there, I'm just going to decant it onto one of our palettes, and then I'm going to get a little brush to put it on with. Stick these into cure. Then we're just going to clean off some of the excess chrome so our fingers don't look like alien fingers. So I'm going to be using a mix of Stratosphere and Poison Ivy. These are our cat eye polishers for the base of some of the gems. I'm just going to use one of our dotting tools to apply this, and I'm just going to make some little circles. And I want these to look more like organic shapes than like perfect circles or ovals. And then I'm just going to take one of our magnets and try and make these look a little bit funky. Cool. So I'm just going to cue with that. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to mix a little bit of Snow White with our top coat just to add on the top of here, just to make it a little bit of more of a milky looking texture. And then I'll just cue with this again to finish this. So for some of the other gems that I'm going to create, I'm going to be using some of our crushed seashells, which are really, really pretty. And I've picked out just a few colours because they do come in a big multi-pack. I'm just going to use a pair of tweezers to be getting them out of there, and I'm actually just going to be using little dabs of top coat to apply these and then just curing it. So I'm just going to pick out a mixture of little seashells and sticking them all in a little circle, and this is going to create what looks like one big kind of bohemian looking gem. And what's great about these little seashells is there's lots of different sizes in the tub, so you can add a lot of texture by adding in just a teeny tiny one here and there. I think that looks good, so I'm just going to cue with that. So I'm just going to do the same on my little finger, but I'm going to do two teeny tiny ones. I'm just going to cue with these to finish this off. I'm going to be using our Clearest Day Builder in a bottle, and this is going to create the domed shapes that will make these look like gems. And I'm going to be doing it on all of the little bits that I've done on my nails. I'm just going to use a little tool just to make sure that it's not all over the rest of the nail. But as you can see, that creates a little domed effect. So I'm just going to cue these nails one at a time just so they don't start slipping and sliding all over. So I'm just going to go back in and do the second coat of this Clearest Day on the gems just to make them a bit bigger. I'm going to be using our Ultra Matte Coat on all of my fingers now, because as I've learned from one of our other creators, Meg, it's much easier to do line work over matte coat than it is shiny coat, and it means that when we put another coat of the chrome on the details, it won't stick to the gems. Just going to cue with these now. I'm just going to be going back in with the Serious Black gel polish, and I'm just going to be doing some line work, outlining some of the gems, that kind of thing, which is going to be a base for some more chrome to go on, and it'll just give it a little bit of a raised effect, like a jewellery effect. So I'm not being too precious about the lines I'm doing on here, because I want it to look quite bohemian and very similar to some of the jewellery I've got on today, so it's a little bit, looks a little bit handmade. I don't mind that kind of look. I'm just going to be using a fine liner brush as well to do some details. Just going to add in some little dots and they'll look like little rivets. So I'm probably going to flash cure these in between each nail, just so it doesn't start to run. So for the nails that don't have any gems on, I'm going to kind of make them look a little bit like metal armour. So I'm just going to add some line and dot details to those. The great thing with designs like this is because they're meant to look rustic, if you go a little bit wobbly or your hands are a little bit shaky, it doesn't matter because it'll still look great. I think that's cute. I'm just going to put all them in and cure them before we do our chrome. So I'm just going to be going back in with our mirror chrome pigment, and this is just going to stick to the little black details. I'm just going to buff off the excess, especially off the gem sections. Then I'm also going to go in with some of our gel residue wipe off solution and a little brush and just clean up the gems where it's kind of stuck a little bit. Because we don't really want the silver glitter effect to take over from the gems, but you can also see them come to life when you do this because they start to go a bit shiny again. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some top coat, but again what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on a palette, so when we're using it, it's not going to affect the top coat that's left in the bottle if there's any of the chrome pigment getting in it. I'm just going to use a little brush for this. Make sure you get into all the little crevices. Like I say, you'll just kind of see the designs and the gems come to life a little bit because it's bringing back the shine. And then I'm just going to cure that. I'm just going to go in with a second layer of top coat. Just with it being chrome, it is a little bit more delicate, so you do really need a couple of layers of top coat to keep it from scratching or anything like that. And for the final cure, thanks again for watching. If you want any of the products we've used in this video, check out the description box below because we will have an easy ordering link in there. And if you do like this kind of content, please give us a like or a comment to let us know, because then we will make some more for you. See you soon. I'm nervous now. No. That lives on the floor now. Just gonna what's the word? Just gonna cure these now. That is the word.
That is the word.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. That's how you know I'm concentrating, if I'm sat up straight, Jack. I never normally sit up straight. She means business.
Oh, yeah.
She's got good posture. And for the final cure, is the final cure. Yeah, I was referencing the band and then that came into my head. That's great. Like it was as if I was giving myself a compliment. That's great, Anna. You've done a good job.
No, I know you mean.
I wanted to do a wave at the end even though I didn't need to.